Be your best, be your best. You can do it, be your best. Bio means beauty in Japanese. Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hello! And if you're coming back, thank you. So today I want to tell you guys about this really interesting sounding toner by Kanebo. And before that, let me introduce myself. So my name is Laura and I've been living in Japan for 10 years and I'm currently studying to get the Japanese cosmetic license. This doesn't mean that I could like do anything. It just means that like I studied this thing like about Japanese like skincare and things like that. And hopefully I can use that information to help you be your best. And then right before we get into the video, I just want to mention one more thing. I just want to mention two things actually. So I have my Be Your Best Beauty tour. So if you are coming to Japan and you would like some assistance for shopping, so what it is a customized beauty tour based on your skincare shopping needs. So if you're interested in that, please feel free to contact me at beyobestbeauty@gmail.com. Email in the description box down below. As always, if you see me looking down, I'm going to be looking down at the script. And with that, let's get into today's video. So today we're going to be talking about some lukewarm Japanese beauty. And I say it's lukewarm because this has kind of been going around in the Japanese circles from like, I think around the end of last year. I would say like October, November, December. And then the product actually came out, I believe it was last month. So what makes this product so exciting? So the most exciting thing about this toner is definitely the Targeting Hishitorappu, or the targeting sebum trap technology that is newly introduced into Kanebo products with this. So what's that, you say? So on the Kanebo site, it lists this as quickly and continuously stopping akudama ka suru hishi. So I looked up akudama and it means bad guy, villain, and I even got baddie. But I'm a baddie. And then the ka is from bakeru, or to change form, shape. So it changes into the bad guy. So essentially these are sebums that did not die heroes, but they turn into villains and are now causing chaos on the city that is our skin. So on the Japanese Kanebo website, it says the akudama ka suru hishi, or the sebums with villainous tendencies, are shibosan, or unsaturated fatty acid. So two that they have listed as examples are oreinsan, or oleic acid, and 8-Z-okutade-sensan, or 8, this name I can't read. On the Kanebo website, it says that one of the reasons for both dry skin and hadaare, or rough skin, is due to these sinister sebums entering the skin, as you can see on this picture here. And then this product came about from a study that Kanebo did, and we'll go into the press release about that right now. So this press release starts off by saying that these three research places found out that the shibosan, or the unsavory unsaturated fatty acid in our sebum, can have a bad effect on the skin barrier function and can cause dryness. Okay, so let's take a look. Hold up, Alexa's calling. Alexa, I'm on Kishite. Okay, so let's take a look at the rest of the press release, and a long story, hopefully at most medium rare. So as humans, our skin produces sebum, and this protects our skin from dryness. But Kao, the company that owns Kanebo, they did a survey to like 129 people between the ages of 25 to 55 years of youth, and they got some interesting results. So around 40% of people with oily skin said that they feel dryness after washing their face in the winter. But people with dry skin also reported that they feel dryness after washing their face in the winter. So it was decided to look into the correlation between skin surface sebum and skin functions to understand the effects of sebum on skin conditions. So I got that from the English press release, and it will be linked down below. Like, I was honestly trying to figure out how to understand the concept in Japanese and to explain it in simple English, but nah, that sentence was too powerful for me. So moving on to the test and the results. So they took 125 men and women between the ages of 25 and 45 years of youth, and the people would wash their face, and then 90 minutes later, presumably without putting any kind of kesho, sui, any kind of cosmetics, then they would take a sample of the hishi, so the sebum that was produced from their face, from the right cheek, and then they would also measure the amount of transepidermal water loss from the stratum corneum, which they say is an indicator of skin barrier function. So then they looked into the relationship between that and sebum production. So they divided the group into two camps. So camp over here have people who make at least this amount of sebum. I'll put this on the thingy thing. And then there's the group that produces little sebum. So compared to the group whose skin produces little sebum, the group of people whose skin produces at least X amount of sebum, in that group, they found a relationship between a lowered skin barrier function and having less water in the stratum corneum, or the topmost layer of the skin. So in addition to the above, they analyzed the quality of the sebum and found that when the ratio of unsaturated fatty acids in sebum is higher, then the skin barrier function is lower. So remember, these villainous sebum guys, they come in here, they're causing chaos. So they found out that when sebum production is above a certain amount and the ratio of unsaturated fatty acids within the sebum is high, then it is thought that the skin barrier function is low, and so is the water content in the stratum corneum. They did not find this relation in the group of people who had below the specified amount of sebum production. So it's pretty interesting because essentially what Kao is saying that the research is inferring is that it's not just the amount of sebum produced, but also the quality of sebum as well that has effect on skin barrier function and water content of the stratum corneum. So presented with their findings, then Kao was like, we will not let sleeping beavers lie. So they came out with this technology that would trap the unsaturated fatty acids. And this technology aims to trap the sinister part of the sebum, or the unsaturated fatty acid part, while maintaining the moisturizing parts of the sebum, which is what we want. You know, we want that moisturizer, we want that plumpy plump. How, Yumea? By making just the unsaturated fatty part into a gel. How, Yumea? So they took the different components that make up sebum and then mixed them with different types of polymers to see which one would make a gel. And then they found that one type of HPC, or hydroxypropylcellulose, would gel up instantly with the oleic acid, which, remember, that's the guy earlier that he's causing chaos on our skin. And so, long story past well burnt, the people are fighting in the kitchen. There's smoke coming from the bathroom. When looking into how this happens, it's something like the HPC and the OA, or the oleic acid, whatever, form this gel, and then when they look at it under some kind of microscope, they found out that it's created like the sponge-like structure. So given the above, it's thought that like trapping unfavorable unsaturated fatty acids and making it harder to come in contact with the skin, then it's expected to reduce the bad effects that this sinister sebum would otherwise have on our skin. Yeah. So no, this study was done in 2021, and we got the Skin Harmonizer, which is, I believe, the name of the product that I'm talking about here. We got that in 2024. So I can only imagine what other like jbeauty creations like these companies are coming up with. I'm really excited for the future. Yeah. So anyway, that's the new technology, and I hopefully explained it somewhat understandable. To be honest, I'm not 100% sure the relationship between, I understand that they're trying to work on dry skin, but like where they lost me was where it was like where they tested like above people who made above a certain amount of sebum, and they found the relationship there, but they didn't find the relationship with the people, like they didn't find the relationship between like high sebum production, also high ratio of unsaturated fatty acids. Like they didn't find that in the people who produce modo or like originally low sebum. So to be honest, 100%, like if you're confused, I'm confused too. I'm just telling you the news, the confused news. That's really the biggest news. But since we're already talking about the product, let's go over some of the other features of the toner. So next up, just like we're just gonna follow what the website says, and we're gonna talk about the moisturizing ingredients. So here we have this thing called the Kerato Moisture Complex, which is called the Keratin Moisture Complex, and it's made up of these 3 ingredients right here. Okay, so apparently in our corneocytes, the corneocytes are the cells that make up the stratum corneum. And look that up, I'm always so unsure. I'm like, is this actually the damn corneocyte? Yeah, so these dead but structurally important cells that make up the skin barrier. Yeah, so the keratin is there. Apparently these guys in our corneocytes, they have a tendency to get dry and crusty. Kanebo did not say crusty. That's my own personal interpretive flair. I'm just putting it out there. I'm not trying to put words in Kanebo's mouth. So the moisture complex that they made with these 3 ingredients is supposed to help these fibers, again, these like keratin fibers, hold on to more moisture, and then that will make the epidermis soft and moisturize skin. So some of the moisturizing ingredients are here, and you can find those on my blog, which has the list of the ingredients in Japanese alongside with the English. Laura, you better work on that after that. All right, I'm gonna do my best now. Lastly, a little bit more info about the product itself. So this product actually has 2 layers. So it has a water layer and an oil layer. So you need to shake the product before using it, and the percentage of water to oil is like 98% water ingredients and then 2% that's a little layer of oil. And the product does have fragrance. Here's a picture of the beautiful fragrance profile. And last, it is jakusansei, or mildly acidic, and it's muchakushoku, which means no colorings. It's free of parabens, additives, and mineral oil additives. They did the allergy test on it. They did the sensitive skin people. They got some unfortunate victim people to do the sensitive skin test, and they also did the non-comogeneity. I'm gonna put that. I can't figure out how to say that. But again, remember, just because it passed its test doesn't mean you gonna pass your test. So remember to pass the test. The product price is around 5,500 yen for 180 milliliters. As for places to purchase it, so within Japan, you'll be able to find it in, I'm sure, like department stores, places that sell Kanebo, and online retailers. You can find them here. Overseas, I couldn't find really good information about that, but they put in the website in English, so I'm sure they're working on it. Let's believe in Kanebo. I believe in you. Believe in the me that believes in you. So that's it for the skin harmonizer. There's actually one more bit of news that I'm gonna spill with y'all, and this is actually also related to Kao, which is the company that owns Kanebo. This news is related to Kate. They came out with some eyeshadows, these marble pattern eyeshadows, and then they had a self-imposed recall of 2 eyeshadow products, and then they were found to contain minute fragments of aluminum caused by scraping on the inside of the cosmetics container. And then this press release was put up on April 12th. Again, you can find that information linked down below. I believe at the time, as far as I'm aware, when I checked this article like 3 days ago or something, 2 days ago, I haven't heard news of people being like, oh my gosh, my eyebrows are scratched, stuff like that. But out of an abundance of caution, because it is a product that goes around your eyes, they were like, no, bring it back to the motherland. So that's that. I'm gonna put the product, should be here over my face so that you can see if you have purchased that product. Keep in mind the codes, and yeah, careful with your eyes. You only get one set of eyes. Don't let that be your demise. Watch out for the Russian spies. Okay, so that's it. What do you guys think about the new toner? I personally think it's super interesting, and I do have dry skin, and it's supposed to be for helping with dry skin, even for people with dry skin and also acne prone skin. So it's a really interesting sounding product, but I ain't got no much. So remember to like and subscribe to help out the channel. Yeah, so right now it's not gonna happen, but if I do try in the future, I will definitely let y'all know about my console, how they're using this product. Okay, so yeah, as always, I hope you have a good day, and remember, God bless and be your best. And then last, I may or may not change the thumbnail. Like,